Might be a good time for you guys to give up.
I will say one of the upsides of, having such a smart and capable chat room of people is that, we get to have a decent conversation in there that has stays within the bounds most of the time of us, discussing the issues themselves and the difference between the candidates and the, and the like. And I think Carl, who's one of our moderators and is fantastic, what he said, I think, was really important, which is interesting, which is he just wrote, Elizabeth Warren and Kamala Harris are making my life very difficult at the moment. I hate being forced to not vote for one of them in the primary. That is the situation in reality that the Democrats find themselves in. And my issues with anybody in the primary is usually within 1-2%. Like I have, mostly it's methodology. I think most, if not all, the Democrats agree on what the priorities should be. I think there was a lot of, the other big flail about foot shooting moment was the Jay Inslee, are we going to have a climate debate issue with the DNC that became a big story for about 24 hours. And the wigging out
some
about
calls on Dems attacking other Dems.
Well, we'll get there in just 1 second because I think they might actually have something on this one as well. I want to throw this into the mix. Is that Jay Inslee was petitioning the DNC to have a climate debate amongst the 2020 candidates. And the DNC's position is climate change is not debatable. We all believe in it. And if you go and participate with somebody who doesn't believe it's real and consider that to be part of your Democratic debates, you don't get to be in the other debates.
There you go.
You don't go messing around giving the other side more voice than they deserve. We're not going to even play the game that climate change is a debatable concept. What are you talking about? And during the upcoming debates, climate is going to be one of the main issues discussed in all of the upcoming debates, guaranteed, because, not just because it's important, but also because the president took us out of the Paris Accord and has no interest in taking a serious look at the environmental damage of pollution and chlorofluorocarbons and, like CO2 and other greenhouse gases. That's important enough on its face, but also each of them has a plan for how they want to affect it, especially Elizabeth Warren, I suppose, since she has a plan for everything, which is wonderful. So of course it's going to be addressed during the debates. Are you high? Like it's going to be an integral part because the Democrats are going to want to, one of the areas where they can distance themselves from the president and establish a positive agenda is on how we're going to fix issues in regard to climate change and pollution. So the idea that we need the Democrats, I don't know, having a climate change debate specifically exclusive of all the other issues, as if each of their plans and their ideas about what needs to be done, which, by the way, with all of them includes rejoining the Paris Accord and reestablishing the plans that were in place that had a strategy to lower the amount of fossil fuel usage and greenhouse gases by 2030, a strategy that multiple countries had agreed on, that was functioning, that arguably still is. Trump is still in the process of trying to dismantle the internal parts of it. And again, when we sign on to these treaties, these are cooperative agreements. And just because we stop doing it doesn't mean everybody else does. So all of the Democratic candidates running believe that climate change is a serious threat and needs to be handled. They all vary probably within 2% of how to solve it. So the idea that there's actually a fight going on around climate change on the Democratic side and that it got any ground whatsoever is indicative of a greater problem than climate change itself. The illusion that there is a fight going on. If you want to talk about fake news,